Hello everyone. This video is going to be about map data structure in JavaScript, which is very important and very useful at times. I will tell you how to use it inside your code. So I am going to create a variable like my map, and with new keyword and map constructor, I am just going to create a new map. Let me console log and show you what's inside it. So you will see it has created a map which has like length 0. Nothing is assigned to it right now. So what I want you to know is that map stores values in key and value pairs. It means that if we have a data which we want to store in key and value pairs, for that we create map data structure. So I will show you an example. For example, in my map, I can add a new entry or a new value like this. So firstly I have to provide the key for that key value pair. So for example, I want to store the key as a user ID, and the values can be any data related to the user. For example, a user with a user ID 1 has some data like name equal to John. Okay, if I run it, you will see that it has created one entry in the map data structure with the key of 1 and whatever the data we assigned as value. Okay, we can also assign more, like user ID 2 with the name set as anything. Okay, now what will happen if we try to set an entry in the map with the same user ID which already exists? So let me show you. For example, my map, I want to set someone with user ID 1 again, and I am just reassigning the name to whatever I want, and let me run it. And you will see here that it has replaced the existing value with user ID 1 with the new value that I've assigned with user ID 1. So you can see now on entry 1 means user ID 1, we have name Steele instead of John. So this is how map works. It cannot have more than one keys with the same value. So it keeps only unique keys to identify the values properly. So we cannot have like two different keys with same value. Okay, now how will I delete something from my list? So to do that, I just have to access the variable and run the delete method. And if I right now I have to pass the ID or the key of that entry which I want to delete. For example, I want to delete the user with the user ID 2. Okay, so now if I run it, you will see that only one user exists now, which is with the name Steele and has user ID 1, and the user with the user ID 2 is gotten deleted. What else I can do with maps? First of all, I can check the size of the map exactly as we check the size of a set, which I mentioned in my video regarding the set data structure. So I can just run size on it. If I run it, it's going to give you size 1, which means we currently have just one entry inside our set data structure. Sorry, map data structure. Okay. What else we can do? We can also check the existence of a particular item in our map. So we can do like my map dot has. Now here we have to pass a key, so which will check that a particular user with that user ID exists or not. So for example, I want to check that a user with user ID 1 exists or not. Let me run it. It's gonna give us true, which means there is a user with user ID 1. But if I make it 2 and run it, it's gonna give us false because there is no user with the user ID 2. Okay, now I can run a loop over it as well. So I can run for each loop over it. So let's say my map dot for each. Now this thing we have to remember here, it's going to give us the value of the entry first, and then it's going to give us the key of the entry. And I can console log here the value and the key. Let me run it. So you will see here it has given us value as the first argument and the key as the second argument. So we can run a loop like this on it and try to access the value and the key inside it. Okay, we can also convert it into array. So how to do that? Similarly, as we convert set into array, similarly we have to use array constructor and from method inside it, and we have to pass our map variable. If I run it, see it has converted it into a multi-dimensional array, which means that every item in this array is going to be another array with the first value as the key and the second value as the value of that map entry. Okay, now what if I just want the array of keys, not the key value pairs? So I can do keys here if I run it. So it's just going to create the array of keys. Okay, what if I just want the array of values? So I can write values here. If I run it, so it's going to give us array of every value that we have inside map. So I think that is pretty much all about map data structure. I hope you guys like this video and understand a lot. Thank you so much for watching.